Welcome back, y'all. We are back to Wiki Reads, where we read Wikipedia pages for you. So today we're covering a fun one, Gävle Goat. I don't know, it's Swedish. I should probably know, but Gävle Goat uh, is a traditional Christmas display erected in Castle Square in central Gävle, Sweden. This displays a giant version of the traditional Swedish Yule goat figurine made of straw. It is erected each year by local community groups at the beginning of the Advent over a period of 2 days. The goat every time it says Gävle goat, I'm just going to say goat. The goat has been the subject of a repeated arson attacks despite security measures. A nearby fire station, the goat has been burned to the ground most years since its first appearance in 1966, and we'll cover the years that's been destroyed. As of December 2025, 43 out of 60 goats have been destroyed or damaged in some way. Burning or otherwise destroying the goat is illegal. Wow. And the Svea Court of Appeal has said that the offense normally carries a 3-month prison sentence. That's not too bad. I'd probably do it. Not really. Sweden, I would not do that. Since 1986, 2 separate Yule goats have been built in Gävle, the goat by Southern merchants, and the Yule goat built by the National Science Club of School in Vasa. The goat is erected every year on the first day of the Advent, which according to Western Christian tradition is in late November or early December, depending on the calendar year. In 1966, advertising consultant Stig Gavlin came up with the idea of marketing a giant version of the Swedish Yule goat and placing it in the square. The design of the first goat was assigned to then chief of the Gävle Fire Department, Gavlin's brother Jorgen Gavlin. The construction of the goat was carried out by the fire department, and they erected the goat each year from 1966 to 1970 and from 1986 to 2002. The first goat was financed by Harry Strong on 1st of December 1966, a 13-meter, 43-foot, or 7-meter, 23-foot long, and 3-ton goat was erected in the square. On New Year's Eve, the goat was burnt down, and the perpetrator was found and convicted of vandalism. The goat was insured, and Strong got all of his money back. That's pretty smart. That is smart to go ahead and insure it. The group of businessmen known as the Southern Merchants financed the building of the goat in the subsequent years. In 1971, the Southern Merchants stopped building the goats. The Natural Science Club of the School of Vasa began building the structure. Their goat was around 2 meters, 6 feet. Due to the positive reaction of the Yule goat received that year, they built another one the following year, and then from then on. The Southern merchants began building their own goat again in 1986. So we got 2 goats. The cost for the 1966 goat was 1,000 Swedish kroner, equivalent to, I don't know, equivalent to 84,000 kroner in 2009. Well, that needs to be updated. The price tag for the constructing of the goat in 2005 was around 100,000 kroner. The city pays 1/3 of the cost, while the Southern merchants pay the remaining sum. I don't know what a kroner is to USD. Let's figure that out before we go any further. Okay, so what did I say? 2005, it took 100,000 kroner. That's probably not that much. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, $10,000 in 2005 to build this thing. Alrighty, and they're giant, so I mean, makes sense. But anyways, Repeated destruction by fire. The display became notable for being reoccurring target for vandalism by arson and has been destroyed many times since their first goat was erected in 1966. Because the fire station is close to the location, most of the time the fire can be extinguished before the wooden skeleton is severely damaged. The goat is burned down before St. Lucia Day. On 13 December, the goat is rebuilt. The skeleton is treated and repaired, and the goat reconstructed over it using the straw which the goat committee has pre-ordered. As of 2005, 4 people have been convicted for vandalizing the goat. As of 2005, man. So for 40 years, they only caught 5. 40 years, 4 people. So that's pretty bad ratio, especially when you hear how many times they burnt it down. In 2001, the goat was burned down by a 51-year-old American visitor from Cleveland, Ohio. It's always Ohioans, shocker, who spent 18 days in jail and was subsequently convicted in order to pay $9,000. It's not very much, or 20,000 in today's money. So I guess a little bit. The court confiscated his cigarette lighter with the argument that he was not able to handle it. He stated in court that he was no goat burner and believed that he was taking part in a completely illegal goat burning tradition. I mean, I can see that. Americans typically do that. After he was released from jail, he returned to the U.S. without paying his fine. He probably has a warrant out over there. In 1996, the Southern Merchants introduced the camera surveillance monitoring the goat 24/7. On 27 November 2004, Gävle Goat's homepage was hacked and one of the 2 official webcams changed. In 2003, while security guards were posted around the goat in order to prevent vandalism, temperatures dropped far below freezing. As the guards sheltered in a nearby restaurant to escape the cold, the goat was burned. During the weekend of 3 to 4 December 2005, a series of attacks of the public goats across Sweden were carried out. The goat was burnt on 3rd of December, and the Visby goat on Gotland burned down. The Yule goat in another area was torched, and there was an attack on a goat near some other town in Sweden. I'm not going to try to pronounce. The Christmas season of 2006 marked the 40th anniversary of the goat, and the city held a large celebration in honor of the goat on the 3rd of December. The goat committee fireproofed the goat with Fiber Protect Fireproof, the fireproofing substance used in airplanes. In earlier years, when the goat had been fireproof, the dew had been made the liquid drip of the goat. To prevent this from happening, fireproof protector solvent base was applied to the goat. Despite their efforts, the goat had been damaged or destroyed a total of 43 times, and they've only caught 5 people, and that was in 2005, so who knows if they've caught any more. On 27 November 2016, an arsonist equipped with petrol burned down the goat in just hours after its inauguration. After a few flame-free years and 24-hour security, the goat was again burned down in 2021. In 2023, a severely pecked for the grain by jackdaws. It was severely pecked with jackdaws due to the straw being used in construction. The goat containing higher than usual amounts of seed in 2005, so it got screwed up by these birds. In 2025, it was blown over by strong winds due to a storm. In the years it has been allowed to stand throughout Christmas, the goat has been disassembled a few days before or after New Year's Day, with the straw discarded and the frame structure stored for the next year. All right. And then you got the natural science Yule goat. That doesn't seem as cool. But let's go down the timeline from 66 to 69. So, I mean, a total of 4 years it was erected. It was damaged 50% of the time. So the first year, and then 67, 68 it survived, and 69 it was destroyed. And then from 70 to 79, fire, smashed to pieces, collapse, stolen, fire, collapse, hit by a car, fire, presumed, kicked to pieces, and fire. And then 80 to 89, fire, 81 survived, fire, legs destroyed, fire, 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 fire. And 1 year says heavily fireproofed, still lit on fire. 88 survived, 89 fire, 90 survived, 91 fire, 92 fire, 93 and 94 survived, 95 fire, 96 survived, 97 survived but with damaged by fireworks. And then 98 fire, 99 fire. And then from 2000 to 2009, fire, survived, damaged, fire, survived in 2006, 2007. I guess no one was going for it. And then 2008, fire, 2009, fire, 2010, survived, 2011, fire, 12, fire, 13, fire, 14, survived, 15, fire, 16, fire, 17, survived, 18, damaged, 2019, survived, 2020, survived, 2021, fire. Wow, I'm surprised in 2020 no one really got out there, especially during the pandemic. So the longest it has survived is 4 consecutive years. But even one of those years, it was still damaged. All right, and then 2021, fire, 22, survived, 23 was attacked by the little birdies, 2024, survived, 2025, storm got it. That's what I'm talking about. And it's crazy, by 2025, it's 24-hour security guards on site, which is crazy for a goat that's just erected once a year, with double fence and 24-hour public webcam streams. And then, I don't care about IKEA. It says 2010, the Christmas promotion of the Icelandic branch IKEA in Iceland, a straw goat inspired by the goat has been erected outside the store annually. It has also suffered repeated acts of arson as well as natural damages, including falling over and being burnt by lights, catching on fire. Here, it has been protected by an electrical fence since 2013. That's wild. That just makes it even funnier, actually. I take that back. I care about IKEA now. I mean, I like IKEA, but that makes it funnier that they also have a good. I wonder what it's up with people in this cold part of the world. I mean, I know fire is probably a traditional part, but burning down the goats everywhere, it just makes it so much funnier, though. Especially the IKEA goat getting it got in Iceland, too. I'm glad the Icelandics, however you say it, are taking part in this, too. But that is all today about the Gävle Goat. It's pretty cool history, and they are huge. I mean, what did I say? Where is it? 43 feet tall, 23 feet long, and 3 tons. That's a pretty sizable goat, I would say, that's being built every year in this little town. But pretty funny that their tradition is to try to catch it on fire and not be caught. And that they've only caught like 5 people. That's a very terrible record by their police, especially since they have 24-hour surveillance and double fencing. But that is all I got for y'all today. And until next time, y'all enjoy it.